Hello, welcome to this week's edition of MMA News. I took another week hiatus because it was another unproductive week of MMA activity. So, okay, the last major card to take place was WEC 43. And basically with that, you had Donald Cerrone going as Ben Henderson for the interim lightweight championship because the James Varner, the normal lightweight champion, was unable to compete because of injury. So they fought, and Henderson won via unanimous decision. So he's currently the interim lightweight champion. There's nothing else really notable about that card, just a bunch of other lightweight, featherweight, and bantamweight fights. The flyweight division hasn't started up yet, so that's what's going on with that. In other recent news, however, there's a report that Dan Henderson, who's obviously he's been going in. Here's the deal. He wanted a title fight with Anderson Silva after having defeated Michael Bisping. Now, Silva initially did not want to face off against him just because he'd fought against him before. He'd also had Nate Marquardt challenging Silva for the title, and both Henderson and Marquardt felt that they deserved a title shot after having won numerous matches after having faced Silva initially. And part of the difficulty was that Henderson's contract had expired following his fight with Bisping, so he's officially a free agent, and basically Dana White was trying to re-sign him. Well, White couldn't re-sign him, because Henderson was also wanting a little bit more money than what White offered him, and as a result, and also the fact that Vitor Belfort's getting the next shot against Anderson Silva, Henderson will not be returning to the UFC. He's probably going to go to Strikeforce, where he could face, other top competition. Obviously, he'd be really up there to face the winner of the Jake Shields, Jason Miller fight for the middleweight title. Could probably also face Gegard Mousasi for the title, for the light heavyweight title. He's got a lot of options open to him, because if he signs with Strikeforce, he could go to Dream and fight there. There's just a whole lot of options open to him. So that's part of that deal. Also, on news, Gilbert Yvel, who is he's been known for many controversial matches that he's had before, and particularly in Pride, and in he's shoved officials, he's bitten people, which are illegal, and he most recently fought for Affliction. Was his last major promotion that he fought for, and he was able to get a state license, and he proved that he was able to actually fight normally, and then he went to fight on the independently put on Ultimate Chaos card, in which he faced Pedro Hizo and lost. The reason why all this is being mentioned is the fact that he is he appeared before the Nevada State Athletic Commission and got a one-fight deal. In 2007, he'd been denied a fight license, but they're giving him a one-fight contract. Now he hasn't signed with any major promotion yet. He's still kind of a free agent. So so he is currently the thing with that is that it's just the fact that he got an okay with the Nevada State Athletic Commission. So that was basically the purpose, when he gets a fight, if he gets a fight in Nevada, then he'll use it. If not, then he'll just, as long as he's got the okay, that's what's important. So yeah, that's the whole deal there. Now, obviously, the big fight for this week is going to be the UFC 104, Machida versus Shogun. And obviously, the main event, you got Lyoto Machida versus Mauricio Shogun Hua. Now, Machida has been undefeated his entire career, ever since he started fighting back in Japan, started fighting in the K1 Heroes events, fought for the World Fight Alliance, and then eventually crossed over into the UFC, where he's been on a rather undefeated streak. And to be precise, he's had, let's see, he's had 7 fights in the UFC, and he's won 7 fights in the UFC. The first, of course, was against Sam Hoger. I believe Hoger was in one of the previous Ultimate Fighters. Can't remember exactly which one. Yeah, he was in the first Ultimate Fighter. And he ended up fighting quite a few times for the UFC. His last match was against Rashad Evans, and it was a unanimous decision loss. So he lost that. Then he Lyoto won that. Then he fought David Heath, won by unanimous decision. Kazuhiro Nakamura, that fight I watched, he won by unanimous decision. It was a pretty good fight. They fought Sokoju and beat him by arm triangle. Then fought Tito Ortiz, won by unanimous decision. Fought Thiago Silva, and at the time both him and Silva were undefeated. And he won the match, earning a shot with Rashad Evans, who he then beat by KO and won it. And now he's up against Mauricio Shogun Hua. Now, Hua was one of the products brought over from the UFC. Or actually, no, not the UFC. He was one of the people brought over by Pride into the UFC, and upon his debut, lost to Forrest Griffin. That had stopped a lot of momentum that he had, and he was put on hold, lost, and he recently, however, has been on a win streak. Beat Mark Coleman, beat Chuck Liddell, and he is now he's now got the title shot. I think it was a little premature. I think he needed to earn it a bit more, but I'm not the matchmaker, unfortunately. Then you also have Cain Velasquez going against Ben Rothwell. Rothwell, having been an IFL product, also fought for Affliction. Cain Velasquez is an Arizona State wrestler who's been on a pretty good win streak. You also have Joe Stevenson going against Spencer Fisher, Ryan Bader going against Eric Schaefer, Yoshino Kami going against Kale Sonnen. So yeah, this is a pretty good card. They're once again going to be Spike's once again going to be showing a couple of the fights before the actual main card on pay-per-view. So yeah, that's it, and thanks for watching.